today?
No, I was drinking. Okay, so my cousin-in-law sells this stuff. In fact, this is a nice little plug opportunity. Hold up.
Uh-huh.
So I get this.
I'm liking the kitchen. I'm loving the kitchen.
Thank you. Oh, you can see
Mhm.
the whole kitchen back here. Okay.
Yeah.
So my cousin in law sells solar plexus products, and I get these little active packs, and I really like them because it's not like Monster or Red Bull energy. It's
Yeah.
and like I be clear minded too with it. So like I like these. That's what I'm drinking right now because I got a long day ahead of me. After I get
How
out of
can I
here.
order some of those? Because looks, yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah, let me she has her own special link. You know how that go when you're like a third party like
Right.
seller or whatever. I'm gonna send you her link so you can buy right off her stuff. I also get these vitamins that I get from my son because he don't like to eat a lot.
Yeah.
He's a bird eater, and I don't mind
Yeah.
him being vegan. I just wish he would eat more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I get the vitamins for him, and he likes them a lot, and they're really good for him. And
Yeah.
they have the gut health stuff too, which was
Mhm.
really good. I had a C-section, so that little patch, below your belly where they say, "Oh, you'll never get rid of it." Nah, I was getting rid of it with the gut
Right.
health. Okay,
Right.
so yeah, I really like that stuff. But what you drinking on, sis?
The soursop tea. But actually, yeah, and these are the leaves right here. They look like you said, giant bay leaves. I have about, yeah, I ain't count them yet. But yeah, this is what they look
Oh,
like. And it tastes pretty good by itself. I'm saying I got like 12 leaves in here, and it's how can I describe the taste? It tastes like brown rice water.
mm.
If I can if I can say that. If I can relate it to anything. I know it's kind of weird. Like who drinks water or brown rice? It tastes like brown rice.
I like the taste of grass. I ain't gonna hold you like grassy stuff. Peace. Welcome to Virgo Virgin Talk. Grassy stuff, like super herbal stuff. Like I'll drink black tea by itself. I don't need to put no honey or nothing in it. And
It's
ironically, I like the taste of black seeds too.
yes. So the benefits of the soursop leaves is this. It contains anti-carcinogenic properties. And I was like, you know what? I wanted to dig deeper because I want to know exactly when they say anti-carcinogenic properties, what properties are those that it contains itself? You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
we wanna know what's in it, and they got a name for everything. So it inhibits hypoxia induced NADPH oxidase activity in cancer cells. So oxidase is an enzyme which promotes the transfer of hydrogen atoms to an oxygen molecule, forming water or hydrogen peroxide.
Mm.
So how they say how you can do like a treatment to kill the cancer cells this way instead of using chemotherapy or whatever is that the high levels of hydrogen peroxide can help cure cancer because the oxygen may be toxic to cancer, the high levels
Mhm.
of oxygen in it, right, and it can kill them. So
That's
yeah,
probably
the
good for
sounds like,
COVID too, because oxygen be killing COVID, like when you hydroxy something something.
mm-hmm.
But
See, what was you saying?
no, I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, but cancer also has to have oxygen and all that to live as well. It has to have water to live as well. But what they're saying, like if you have higher levels of it, it can't survive. But also on another note though, tumors form like that too though. So I was like, well, maybe that's why, they really don't know how to, do certain things with cancer, treating them with the way they're doing because they don't quite understand it.
Yeah, they still experimenting. These is
Mhm,
babies that we letting lead the way. We putting our trust in these dumbass people.
mhm.
Anyway, God, if you look into herbs, majority of the herbs do. cure cancer. So if we were eating the way we were supposed to be eating instead of eating all this processed food shit,
yeah,
we probably wouldn't have cancer issues, because majority of the foods we'd be eating would be combating cancer and respiratory illnesses and bacterias and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I just had my grandmother had just passed a couple days ago from cancer. But it's all good though, because I done made my peace with that. But I'm actually kind of mad though. But at the fact that like they didn't give her an alternative, because she's a Jehovah's Witness and she didn't believe in blood transfusion. So anytime you have a major surgery, you have to you lose a lot of blood, so you have to put more blood back in your body. But they have these alternatives though. They have some alternatives for that. But I don't believe that they had knowledge about it to give her those choices. Because I was like, well, why would y'all give her surgery for her to die?
Right, because you knew like she wasn't going to take the blood transfusion. That should have came with the alternatives. That's how Prince died. He was supposed to get knee surgery, and he just wouldn't do it because he's a Jehovah's Witness.
Mm-hmm. And my grandmother, she didn't have knee surgery before, I believe. I believe she had. Did she have? Yeah, I believe she had, because she had scars on her knees. From a long time ago.
I need to douse myself in turmeric. Otherwise, that's going to be my demise. Fucking them slicing open my knees.
Oh, yeah. But
I've already fractured it. I feel it in the wintertime terribly.
Girl, I can sit here and lay with my legs straight, and they'll just lock up on me. Yeah, I need to have more turmeric, more garlic, all that in my diet. But I'm gonna have all that back when I start cooking more, because I'm in,
Yeah, you're in a space now.
Yeah, I'm in my space now. So.
I can't wait to get into my zone, girl. I'm on my way there.
you on the way? On my way.
On the way.
On my way. Yes. So.
But that sounds good. It sounds like you starting your morning right.
Try to. Sometimes, can't always get what you want, but it's just how you maneuver through it.
For real.
I'm good at maneuvering around, a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yes. But you look so sunshiny today.
Thank you. It's cold and rainy as shit right now.
Are you serious?
Yes. It started yesterday. It's crazy because on Thursday, it was so nice outside. We spent the day outside, was foraging and stuff. I love to forage. But today and yesterday was like, nah. I spent the majority of yesterday fighting my sleep, trying to finish this business plan. I'm tapped into this Taurus energy. So I'm definitely moving slow and steady with it. This is my first year actually allowing myself to move slow and steady, because I'm so tired from Aries season. Aries season beat my ass.
Oh.
Whoop my ass. Like, did April even fucking happen, y'all?
Yeah. It seemed very long. It seemed like extended. I was ready for April to be over with, because it seemed like everything was just prolonged, and like it was just put off, or just the time was just like I don't know.
It was like test after test.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, like come on, would you hurry it up, please? We're gonna add like 10 more days in April. We're gonna make it seem like it's still only 30.
For real. It was weird, because it was kind of like that. It was like certain things that I was waiting on was moving slow, but then every day was moving fast and speeding up the shit that I was trying to slow down. It was just like,
oh, we lost her. Well, on that note, like when she was talking about, it seemed like the days were speeding up, but the time was still moving slow. Well, that has maybe it has a lot to do with Venus, and that is our topic for today. Our topic is about Venus, and I'm gonna just run through these a little bit until she comes back to join us. Now, I learned some interesting facts about Venus. Some of them I kind of known, some of them I kind of forgot, and some of them that oh, there you go. I was just about to get into the Venus thing, because I was saying that about how April felt like when you just said that It seemed like their days were speeding up real fast, but it still seemed like it was moving slow. I was telling our audience about Venus because a day in Venus is longer than a year.
Really?
Yes.
That's why shit moves so slow.
Man, shit, a day in Venus is like 116 days. Yes.
Oh,
just by itself. We ain't talking about hours. We talking about days. And then the year of Venus is only 225, I believe. So you got 225 days in Venus for a year, but a whole day is 116 days by itself. How the hell is that?
That's different.
And it spins the opposite direction
from Earth.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
I'm like, you know what? I knew there was something about Venus, you know what I'm saying? Venus is real, Venus is really interesting. What you had to say on Venus, because I know this is your thing. But I did a little research today, so
hey, I'm here for you, enlightening me. I was gonna get into like the frequencies. Venus is associated with the heart chakra.
Mm-hmm.
Their frequency is actually 5,000. Actually, that's not 1,000. It's I'm just gonna say the numbers. It's 51509,009 times 10 to the -8. That's the frequency that Venus be on.
I'm sorry. I don't know what frequency that is. Is that a high frequency? Is that a low frequency? That's got to be really high.
It's pretty high. It's it's a line with the A key on the piano.
Oh. So.
Like,
Okay. The soprano A key on the piano.
Yup.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty dope. So I did so it aligns with your heart chakra. That's pretty well, that explains it because Venus is about value. And they named it after the goddess of love. The Roman goddess of love, I suppose. Everything's about Roman gods and Greek gods, whatever,
Yeah, and comedic is actually Heru. Is the god Heru or Nethet. And then for my Canaanites out there is Hanael. If you're into the Kabbalah, it's Netzach. If you are into the Orishas, it's Oshun. And then Hindu Kush is, I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this, Kamala Mika.
I like that.
I like that. That's a nice name.
Yes, we're gonna start naming Venus Kamala Mika.
Kamala Mika.
I'm gonna name my next child that Kamala Mika. Come here, Kamala Mika.
I like that. We gotta name like a clothing line, Kamala
Mika.
I'm here.
Kamala Mika by Uniqua.
I'm here.
Oh snap! I like that better than Venus. Eat your heart out, Aphrodite.
Lord. There's so many more names, but there's a lot. Venus says a lot by itself, but I like those other names as well. And I was gonna research some other names, alternative to Venus, but I figured that you did that already. And so Venus also governs the relationships to money, creativity, aesthetics, and what we find lavish. So Taurus and Libras are ruled by Venus.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, and as I had read over that, I was like, the suckers of love.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. It makes sense for the suckers of love. It makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. They are definitely clingy. Definitely. Taurus energy is associated with the second house. If you guys are into the lunar houses, it deals with personal finances, material possessions, and concepts of value. If you have a natal planet that's in the second house, this deals with this area of your life is where you seek security through the material world. And then if you have transit planets in this space, it reveals changes in your resources of self-esteem, because Taurus energy is like pleasure seeking energy. It's like what makes you feel good, how do you behave when you feel good, etc., etc. Where's your Venus at?
Child, I don't know.
No.
I didn't look that up. I was gonna leave that to you to look that up. You're the expert on that, so I was like, man, I didn't even think about that.
No. All right, hold on. I got you.
Yeah, I know they say if your Venus is in the second, third, fourth, seventh, or 12th house, it works positively in your favor. It has a positive impact on you. So I don't know. It might not be in none of them. It might be out the house.
I know my Venus is in Virgo. So gift giving is my jam. I'm definitely materialistic.
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm definitely one. I'm definitely like that as well. Now where my Venus is, I don't know. We're gonna find out today.
Serving Virgo energy is like that serving energy. I do like helping people. I like to be needed. I like to give service. It makes me feel good. But I also but like I also like reciprocation. If I don't feel reciprocation,
right,
I will take back my servitude.
Yeah, reciprocity is very important. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, all right, all this giving, you know. I mean, we love to give from the heart, but shit, give me some too to show me that you appreciate.
Give it back.
Yeah, give it back. Give it back.
Oh, you're Venus in Scorpio. You sassy.
I am a little spicy. I am a lot spicy. So what is this Venus in Scorpio for me then?
So, Scorpios are mysterious little bodies.
Really?
Yeah, definitely into the occultism. So you like entering that energy of learning about occults and things like that. That definitely would soothe you, behoove you, if you will. Also, power. Power is a big thing for you. You like to be in powerful positions, a little controlling over there. It's all right.
Yeah. That explains it.
And then, think about the way a scorpion moves. Like, scorpions move with the claws, forward. They stinger, be ready. They be ready on go. So, in those spaces, when you're in the pursuit of getting something that you want and you like, you be on go in that way.
I want that one right there. Yeah, my finger's pointing. Yeah, I want that right there.
Yeah, you ain't got a problem with stinging somebody to get that John.
Excuse us. That is the toilet, the plumbing or something. Did you hear it?
It sounded like a horn.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to fix that. They got to fix that. They ain't made it over here yet to fix that yet, though.
No.
Yeah. It's Saturday. I guess, they'll say they'll probably return Monday, maybe. Whatever.
The surface area of Venus is 177.7 million square miles. That's fun. That's not that big.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like 3,000.
I think they lied on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they said 67.24 million miles from the sun. And it has no moons. Venus has no moons.
It's hotter than Mercury.
Yeah, I'm like, how's it hot? Hold on. Oh yeah, it is hotter than Mercury. Well, hold on. What's the first planet again?
Mercury is actually closer to the sun than Venus.
Yeah, Mercury is. Yeah, so
it's probably the gases on Venus that attract the heat more than Mercury does.
Yeah, that's why you see all those clouds around it. And when you see the clouds, it means that you can't see the surface. I learned that as well. Yeah, word. And they said that Venus atmosphere has destroyed a lot of their equipment, NASA's equipment or whatever.
Yeah, because they don't want them colonists on their land. I destroy their shit too.
Okay, beat me up. Pew, pew, pew,
right. Get that shit out of here, cuz this ain't what you want.
Yeah, the Vicurians or whatever, the Venurians or whatever, however the people or the terrestrials who reside there, hell, they probably beaming that shit the fuck up.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
You
Well,
can't even get over here. What are you trying to come over here for? You can't even live over here.
we don't want y'all. We don't even want y'all over here. Y'all don't even know how to act on your own planet.
Yeah, we got love over here, yo. It's probably a very rich planet as well.
Yeah, like when I think of Venus, I think of riches. I think of like these probably some badass bitches. You know what I think about? Like that alien from the Fifth Element, the blue
Uh-huh.
green one, and just fly like that. Like I got crystals in my body. Stop.
Yeah, I always wanted to be
Beat this
like that.
dog up.
Yeah, Scooby Doo.
Yeah. He always plotting on somebody else's food.
Oh yeah, that's Cleo too. She's sitting there looking like,
Always looking like he ain't doing nothing wrong.
yeah. Then she get a little rash because she can't eat everything. Then she get a little rash, and now you look at you. It's sensitive. You can't eat that stuff. Stop begging. She won't learn though.
Yeah, but I think Venus, yeah, like more pleasure seeking. Like this is the space to do the things that you want to do, that you like to do, that make you feel good. Everybody feeling good, complimenting each other and stuff. I think, I don't know. That's like the vibe Venus put into me. Like, very, very welcoming.
Yeah, more patient and more peaceful.
Yeah, that's that balance Venus. If it's imbalanced, that's a whole different realm.
Yeah, yeah. And your people who are ruled by Venus, or the signs that are ruled by Venus, they are prone to be more gentle and compassionate and sensitive. I can say that with my son. I can say that with him, and he's a Libra, so
Yeah.
but I can say that with him. Mm-hmm.
My son is a Taurus, and he is a bull. He is very stubborn. Can't really tell him what to do, but he has a really big heart. Like the things that he does when he lets his heart lead the way is just like, you know what, you alright. But when he mad, cuz be careful.
Yeah, them horns.
The horns come up. Watch out.
Yeah, but they gotta have for them to be such a softie, they got to have some type of defense mechanism.
Yeah, agree.
They got it because it says that they do more harmful things to themselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I be having to tell him to watch his words because he used to say crazy things to himself, like, I hate it here, I wish I died. Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, whoa, rewind. Nothing is going on is that deep right now. Yeah, it's just a cookie.
I can see that, and I saw that with my son too. Like he would have rather inflict pain or on himself rather than to hurt anybody else. When he was being bullied really bad, I was like, no, don't do that. Like shit. Yeah, that's not what's up.
That's not what we doing.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into Metu Neter, right? They have so Venus affects more so sphere 9, which we know is like our kind of like our lower, more physical self. This is when we start getting into the physical realm of things. If the positive emotional traits are sociable, affectionate, pleasure loving, harmonious, joyful, sweet, engaging, flexible, sympathetic, graceful, merry, and cheerful. And then some negative traits are shameless, timorous, neglectful, lewd, idle, wasteful cravings, drugs, alcohol, motivated by fantasies and empty forms. That'll make you illogical and irrational, which my son will do sometimes. I have to bring him back to reality. Like, bro, you're doing too much. Spendthrift, fearful, careless, and a little narcissistic. I can see that too. But yeah, it's like that pleasure seeking. If it gets into an imbalance, it's like, no matter what, I'm going to get what I want. And sometimes, but that's imbalanced energy. As long as you in this realm, you're going to be all right. But when you see them get an imbalance, they're like prone to being addicted to things that they find pleasure in.
Oh my gosh, what you mean, honey? Because we talking about a boy who's almost 16 now. So I'm like, okay, at one point he was like very addicted to video games and adult videos at one point, but I blame his daddy for that. And I was like, okay, we're not on it. It took me to beat his ass though. Get off that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Once you open that Pandora's box, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to pull back on that or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Now, yeah, we talking about when he was like 13 at that point. I was like, oh no, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Too soon.
Yeah, right. So, you know, but I think, you know, anybody who overindulge in that, you know, it becomes an addiction, and then you try to fill these voids with these fantasies or whatever, and this is just unrealistic. Mm-hmm. Then it went from that to, okay, all right, and overindulging in video games. And I think now that he's probably cut back, you know, he's finding that balance. You know,
that's good. Balance is key on all signs. Be balanced.
Yeah.
Being an asshole and saying, "Oh, I'm a Taurus, that's why I'm an asshole," or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's not an excuse, because you can be a balanced Taurus and have your shit together. The goal with these zodiac energies is to know the tools that you have been given in this realm and know how to utilize them to rise above them. Your zodiac energy you have been given in this life is actually a result of how you lived your past life. So whatever you did back then, tap into the Akashic records, go ahead and do that meditation, listen to what spirit tell you, like, yeah, this is why you got all that energy over there, because your last life you was wild, because, you know, whatever. So now that's what you got. So, you know, have those conversations with yourself and learn how to utilize your tools in this life. And again, reminding y'all, if you have anything in the second house is the Taurus house. That is the space where you're pursuing things through material wealth. We're dealing with material things here with Venus energy. But yeah. Oh, right now Venus is in Aries on the tropical chart. And then Venus is in Pisces on the sidereal chart. So that's fun. My son, my Taurus son, his Venus is actually in Aries. Lately, he's been on go.
That Aries, and I cringe at Pisces.
Yeah. Yeah, because Venus and Pisces, that's that manipulative energy, that peace. That's that energy, like, yeah, I walk into a room and think that you have the power to transmute everything that's going on in that room. And I don't really care for that energy too much. It's not, it kind of irritates. It's probably most likely because I'm a heavy earth sign, but like, it's very irritating to me to be in.
You're coming in here to sexually seduce everybody. Look at you. I know. Yeah, that. I recognize that shit. You coming in here and trying to damn sweep somebody up off their daggone feet.
Just spraying your water all over the place. Get this shit out.
Like some alien shit. I'm impregnating everybody in this house.
Yeah. Keep that manipulation energy out of here. But that energy also can be easily manipulated. That's the thing with Pisces. Like, not only do they think that they can manipulate other energies, they're actually really gullible. And it's really easy to talk back around them. I've experienced that with a couple of different Pisces that thought they were going to talk around me. See, I'm a Virgo stellium and I'm also a Capricorn stellium. So you can't really do too much to me. I'm very intellectual. I'm very grounded. Yeah. So, with that comes a bit of a stubbornness when Pisces come my way. Is you gotta get punched out my space, bro, because I don't got time for that. I'm not making time for that.
Right.
Go and get up out of here, cuz.
Yeah, get now. Go ahead now.
That's what's going on out here in the world. So be mindful of some energy that's going to be trying to manipulate them heartstrings, because we know sidereal energy deals with your heart. We know that all of your body systems, all your chakra systems have chakra systems of their own. They have planetary placements of their own. So when you're dealing with sidereal, you're dealing with your heart. And within your heart chakra right now, we're dealing with Venus and Pisces. For those of you guys who just now catching on, getting up.
Now, when the Venus in Aries, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's in your tropical, so that's in your psyche. So in your mind right now, you know, Venus is in that cardinal energy, taking initiative. I've been sliding in some DMs. I don't give a fuck. You know, you might feel yourself doing that though, taking a leadership role in that space, and not just love, but also in your finances. Like right now, I'm working on my business plan. I got some things, you know.
Right.
I got some things brewing. Hopefully by the middle of June. I'm aiming for the middle of June, if not the beginning of July. All this work that I'm doing right now is going to pull off. I've been trying to keep a little quiet about it because I don't want to speak too soon. But I'm in earth energy. I love to manifest with my words. So I've been manifesting to myself.
Oh my gosh. I have experienced so many manifestations within the past, I'm just saying within the past few months or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I really haven't been speaking them as much as I've been thinking them. But I surely did make the movements and to make everything happen as well. But I'm just seeing like everything just unfolding, you know, that I wanted. I just keep saying it in my mind, and then boom, it happens. And then once I get it out my mouth, I recognize that. Might not be in that time that I wanted it to happen, like right then and there, because I want everything to happen like now. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know. Maybe
my manifestations take about 6 to 9 months.
Really?
I'm starting to learn the time. I'm starting to pay attention.
Yeah, I would die. I'm expecting everything to happen like within a day. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a week if it don't happen.
That's why I've been trying to give myself time, because last year I really started paying attention, because now if I speak a person up, a person will pop up the same day. Instantly. So I have to be mindful, because I've been speaking of some people that should have stayed in the trenches where the fuck they belong.
Right.
I ain't even gonna think about them. Ooh, erase my head. I don't even want to. Hey, I heard you. Anyway.
Yeah, they like show up like, I heard you calling me.
I ain't call you, boo. You good over there. Oh, 6 to 9 months for y'all.
Just a fraction of a damn thought, and they gonna pop up. Yeah,
people will pop the fuck up. But like things that I'm trying to manifest, it takes about 6 to 9 months, and then it'll come through, and it'd be like, dang, I don't want it now. It took too long. Yeah. I don't know. I already got impatient and made other plans.
Like, you still need it though. You still needed it.
I was coming.
Yeah. You just hold on short. I got you. It take me a little longer, you know what I'm saying? But I got you. We had to do all this. You wanted so many other things or whatever. We had to block some other shit, along the way too, So yeah, we got you.
The ones that's tapped in right now, do y'all know where y'all Venus is? Y'all can comment in the section. Let us know where your Venus is. We'll let y'all know how this air is going for y'all. Because if you like an earth sign, a lot of this water and fire probably not really affect you too much, but that water energy definitely might like be like a little gnat in your eye real quick until you ground yourself.
Oh man, that's a great description. That's a great terminology, right? A gnat in the damn eye.
Yep. To keep going, you gotta slap that joint. If you're a fire sign, be careful with your heart, because you're a water, so you'll probably be going with the flow with the Venus and Pisces energy in the sidereal. That's if you are a Scorpio in your sidereal as well. If you are a Libra in your sidereal, then you're gonna be dealing with some hurricanes, with that air and water energy being intertwined. But as far as the tropical with the Venus and Aries, you're probably going, fire and water. Water kind of splashes that fire out. So, you might be turning your own stuff off. You might be in your own way around this time. Try to get out of your own way. Go with the flow of Venus energy. Know that Venus is slow as shit. Like we just talked about that earlier. One day on Venus is like 166 days down here. So, take your time.
Yeah. It's slow and fast at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, but it's gonna take a little minute. Oh, someone else is a Scorpio. Their Venus is in Scorpio, or the Scorpio is in Venus.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Scorpio.
You're a Scorpio. Yeah, you are a Scorpio at heart. Yeah, that's your sun sign. But what's your Venus in? We'll get into that later, though.
Because that's going to let you know where your Pentacles is at too, where your second house is. Whatever zodiac energy is over top of your second house is going to let you know where you're going to get your materials, where you materialize, where you good at manifesting.
I need to know that. I need to know that so I can understand it better, because, well, what house is Venus in right now?
Oh, that's a good question. Hold on, let's find out. Venus is in Aries. The second house is in Virgo right now. Gang, gang. So definitely is manifestation time. Virgo energy is all about that harvest, materializing. Also about servitude, being analytical. So whatever decisions you're going through, whatever trying to make as far as pleasure seeking or whatever, make sure you're paying attention to the details of it before you jump ship. Because like we said, Venus is slow as hell. Take your time.
Jordy, I'm cooking up something right now. I'm cooking up something right now, honey. It needs to happen today.
As an Aries, where is that crazy Venus for me? Oh, is your Venus in Aries? If your Venus is in Aries, you fired up around this time. You probably feeling like you need to slide in somebody's DMs, and that's okay. Go on, slide up. His Venus is in Aries. My son, his Venus is in Aries, and he always makes sure he come downstairs once a day with his attitude, and he spread it around, and then he take his little goofy ass back upstairs. I'm like, what is wrong with him? Why does the whole room have to feel what he feels? I don't understand that, but it is what it is. When he love hard though. When he mad, he be mad hard.
He ever just come in there, just be staring at you, and just don't say nothing?
Yeah, and I'd be like, what you want?
Yeah. He won't even respond to that. My son does it. He'll just be like, I'm like, okay.
You want to fight?
Like, I mean, what's going? You trying to read my mind? Are we gonna communicate, telepathically? What's going on?
Right. You're in Aries, but you don't know where your Venus is. Okay, so if your sun is in Aries, your sun is in alignment with the Venus and Aries outside of you. So as far as your ego goes, right now your ego is tapped into this Venus energy. You're aligned with that. So if again, that's still coming back to like. It's time to take initiative, new beginnings in your pinnacle pursuit or love pursuit, whatever makes you feel good. But you do want to find out where your Venus is because you want to know how your Venus is activated in this space too. You do that by finding your information on your natal chart. And I don't know why you ain't come to me about your natal chart yet. Like you don't follow me. That's crazy. I know nobody that follow me should never know what their natal chart is. No. I'm here.
I don't mind. I done forgot, you know what I'm saying? But we might need a refresher course, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna get with you on that.
You got an energy awareness coach on your friend list and you're not even using her. That's no bueno. Get it together.
Who we putting on blast?
I'm just messing with you, boo. You coming for please come for your reading. I do all three of your natal charts for you so you can get acquainted with who you are. And if you're interested in starting your own spiritual wellness business or you want to be a spiritual healer yourself, I'm also starting a course in September. We'll start enrollment in July. It's about 6 to 9 months. It depends on what you need. If you're trying to start a business, I also have business in a box. So after you get certified in the energy awareness, then we'll move on to assisting you with starting your business in a box, getting your EIN, your DMB, your business bank account, and all that stuff like that together for you. I'm also in the process of getting myself together to being to assisting people to getting their first $10,000 loan. So that's also going to be included in the educational package for those of you who are trying to start a business and take my certification. That's only if you take my certification class, though. I'm only offering the service.
I can use $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, though.
Right. This program actually takes 4 weeks. I'm actually going through the program right now myself. Mm-hmm. So that's why I said the middle of June, the end of June, I should be right. And then I'll be able to start my own educational service, and it's coming with it. Not only will I be educating you guys on spirituality and wellness, but I'll be assisting you with creating your business after that.
Yes.
And the classrooms is limited because y'all ain't about to strain me out. We only doing 25 people a year. So, if y'all want it for real, y'all serious about it, That's why I be telling people to message me, and I got y'all gonna get first dibs on enrollment.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna slide up in there myself, even though I already have a business. But who don't want an extra $10,000? Because it's never like $10,000 a day yet, you know what I'm saying, or an hour yet.
We gonna get you there. Get you there. And I'm about to be living proof that it gets us there,
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
Hell yeah. We in there. We already in there.
We in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Let me see where my second house is. I don't know what's on my second house. I know my 10th house is in Libra. I mean, my 10th house is in Taurus. So 10th house is your house of success and achievements and just, reaching that level of like, yeah, nigga, I made it. And mine is in Taurus. So when I do tap into the Venus energy, pleasure seeking energy, stuff that makes me feel good, which is Virgo stuff. I love serving. My Venus is in Virgo. I love serving. I love doing for other people. I love harvesting and manifesting. Those are my superpowers. When I'm tapped into that, that's what makes me money. And that's why I'm here doing what I do.
Hey.
I be aligned.
Yeah, you do. Shit. I don't want to call you a money making machine, but money comes to your money making magnet.
Word. Okay, so my Venus is in my first house. I got a lot of stuff in my first house. My first house is in Leo. Y'all know I'm a Leo rising. My sun and moon are in my second house. So my comfortable self and my egotistical self is rooted in materialism. And a lot of people gotta get like misguided. Oh, my second house is in Virgo, so I'm aligned. Virgo gang.
Okay. God,
I really do love doing
Virgo
for
stuff
others.
going on,
It's a bad habit.
Yeah, nobody take no Virgo piece of nothing away from you, honey, because you are that.
I am a Virgo.
You are a Virgo sun and moon too.
Yeah. Sun, moon, Mercury, and Venus.
Oh, that's awesome though. So when you're speaking of these houses, how many houses are there?
There's 12 houses. There's 12 mansions.
And how many mansions?
There are 12. It's 12 of them. When you get into the nakshatras, there's 28 of those. That's a whole nother realm.
Nakshatras.
Yeah.
How do you spell that? Yeah, I'm taking notes.
NAKSHA. TRAS.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
And there's 28 of those.
Yeah, they're divided into 13 degrees. Instead of the 30 that we're accustomed to. Okay.
So what's the difference between these houses and the mansions? Well, me associated mansion, like how we have houses and mansions. Mansions are a lot larger. So there's a lot more.
I like to think of the Da Vinci Code. You know how they had or even in the inside of a watch where they had like it was like a circle in the middle, then it was a little thing on the outside, and a ring on the outside, and a ring on the outside.
Right.
And they twist it, and that's how they got the code for stuff.
Right.
That's how I like to think of the zodiacs. It's like, it's us in the middle, then it's a code on the outside and a code outside of that, and it just keeps going infinitely.
It's constantly moving.
Yeah. And when you like turn them all a certain kind of way, it unlocks you.
Right.
With the lunar mansions is more so like the path of the moon. Where is the moon going? However, with the lunar mansions or the houses, they go hand in hand. With those two, it's like they're aligned with like the tropical zodiac. Tropical zodiac is aligned with the seasons. So you got 4 seasons. They're divided by the equinoxes and the solstices. And then within the 4 seasons, you have three pieces. You have your cardinal, which is the beginning of that season. You have your mutable, which is the middle. And then you have your fixated, which is the middle. And then you have your mutable, which is that transition back to the next cardinal. So you have it divided like that. And that's the pathway that they say that the sun goes in and the moon goes in. But then when you get into the nakshatras actually get into the actual constellation, because every constellation you can't divide into 4 or 3 or whatever. Some constellations actually cover 2 to 3 zodiac signs by themselves,
Right.
and stuff like that. And then it's crazy because when you deal with history as above, so is below. Not only was motherfuckers changing the borders down here on Earth and stuff, they were also changing the borders up there in the constellations.
Right.
So they tried to divide those up to their liking. So even though when you guys hear me do the planetary forecast, you might hear me say, oh, this was in Scorpius, but now it's in Libra, or this is because we're dealing with the colonist borders that they created on top of what we created as Sumerians.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into the nakshatras, now you're getting into the actual star, the constellation, the actual star, and you'll realize that there's way more than the 12 that we're accustomed to dealing with. There's so many more within our vicinity. We're not even going above and about yet, but we're just in our space. So yeah, that's pretty much. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, it's okay right now, but I got you. I'm writing, taking my notes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always a learning experience for me whenever we do a Virgo Virgin talk, and that's the whole purpose of it,
Right.
to learn about shit that you never knew about, break it in, bust your cherry on some shit, and staying cleansed.
Yeah. Stay sucker free this Venus season.
Yeah, dodge that shit.
For real. You know who I wanted to look up? Because what I like about Virgo Virgin Talk is nothing's really off the table. So we can even talk about the low vibrational shit that we don't really care about.
Oh, yeah.
I actually wanted to look up Kevin Samuels because,
He just died. Somebody told me that yesterday.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Damn. I ain't never wished no death on a man. I just wish that he stopped talking about.
I thought he was hilarious. I love a good sense of humor.
Shit.
You know who he remind me of? I forget the name of that stand-up comedian, but he used to be on Black Jesus too. I'm gonna look him up.
Oh, that's he was on Real Husbands and Housewives, right?
I think so. I'm about to look him up.
I said Real Husbands and Housewives. Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Yeah, dang, what his name? Smooth. I follow him on Instagram.
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
It's gotta be him. Let me see. Let me Google it.
Oh shit, Kevin Samuels' Venus is in Aries. That's crazy. What a crazy alignment.
Who?
Kevin Samuels.
It makes sense. Sense. Rest his soul. Well, may he rise in power. But dang, who would have known he had cancer all this time? Oh, was it cancer?
Yeah, Corey Holcomb. That's his name.
Oh, dang. Oh, that's definitely not who I was talking about, man.
Corey Holcomb. Oh my God. I'll clean that up in a minute. Oh, dusty ass dog. But Corey Holcomb, he makes like his his comedy style is like him. He's very disrespectful to women for the most part, but he be saying some funny shit, and that's what I think of when I think of Kevin Samuels. I find him, entertaining. In addition to that, he every now and then he says some real shit though.
I mean, yeah, you gotta get the real shit out of the, know how to disassociate, dish out the dumb shit with the real shit. I mean, it's some women who came on there acting like some clowns or whatever. I will say that. And before he started doing this series of, hey,
sis, guess what his sign is?
Kevin Samuels. Don't tell me he's a Virgo.
This is mine. No,
He's a Pisces. Figures too. You got Venus and Aries, and you're a freaking Pisces.
And his Mercury got the nerve to be in Pisces too.
Manipulative as hell.
Manipulative. And the moon is in Capricorn. Yeah, he was Satan.
What I was going to do, oh damn. Somebody write on his Facebook page, it's hot down here.
They going to hell. Hell is hot.
Oh, what I was gonna say was before he started getting on this streak with or on his why are you messing with that? Before he started doing like his shows like based upon like, women who are gold digging for men, I guess, to put it all in a nutshell or whatever.
It's some dusty women out here. I know us women, we kind of get lost in our bubble because we only hang amongst each other. We be forgetting that there's some dusty bitches out here.
Yeah. I keep my circle pretty small, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people who I encounter on a day-to-day basis with with my other job. And people find themselves want to attach to me or want to cling to me. They want to latch on to me. And most of them are women. And, they're comfortable with, telling me their stories and stuff. And I'm like, sis, you shouldn't be fucking with that married man.
You wrong. You bringing drama to your front door. Cut it out.
You don't be doing that. And then you don't show me a picture of that man wife and call her ugly. But you're doing ugly right now. Just stop. Leave that man alone. There's plenty of single men out here. And
everybody want to fall into those dumb statistics to support their narrative of, oh, it's okay to share a man. It's okay. First of all, not everybody like men. Some people like to be alone. And then if that's the case, if there's so many like if all the men are taken, then why are there so many men on my Facebook dating site
looking for claim they single, right?
Right. Like all men are not taken. And honestly, that will never, ever, ever happen. There's never going to be a day you wake up and every man is married, every man is taken. So please stop with these irrational theories to support your bullshit. Just say, I like to do bullshit. Guess what? My name is Sunshine Monette L. And even though it looks like I got my shit together because I'm about my pinnacles, when it comes to love and romance, I be on some bullshit. I enjoy bullshit. I would do bullshit.
Sunshine, we're glad to have you.
Listen, and I don't have to sit here and create a bunch of theories and fake ass statistics to support my bullshit.
Right. Yeah, we all be on some bullshit from time to time. I can be very toxic myself. Me being the controller or being controlling as I am, I don't like to look at myself in that light. I just like to look at myself as being more of a leader. But people will translate that to me being controlling. Okay? I want to be the boss. I'm bossy as hell. I don't ask, I command. And I don't mean no harm by it, but a lot of people don't like that. And when I say people, I mean the people I dwell with, including my children too. So, but that's just part of my characteristics and my toxic traits. Can I change that? I can lighten up a little bit. I can probably choose my words wisely. I could probably learn to ask a different way than what I'm used to asking. My dad told me that the other day on the phone. I was like, Daddy, I need you to go over there and pick up this for me or whatever since you got the truck. First of all, Danielle, you didn't even ask. Okay? You don't even ask. I'm like, yes, I did ask. He's like, no, you commanded me to. I'm like, well, it's the same thing with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being more direct with it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of be like, hey, I'm manifesting that you're going to go ahead and just do it. He agreed to it anyway, so I don't even know why you're putting up the argument.
I like to manifest. I like it when in relationships, I love men with ambition. That's the thing that get me. You got a goal or a dream or some ambition, I'm here for it. What I've learned the hard way is just because a man have a dream or a goal or ambition doesn't mean he actually wants to achieve that shit.
He ain't working towards that shit. It's just a damn dream.
Right. Some people just like to dream. So like me being who I am, I'll walk into a man's life and be like, oh, you got dreams and goals, bet. My power is manifestation. Give me the seed and I'll go to a forest.
you know?
Yeah, and I'll be like trying to pull them, like, all right, come on, you said this what you wanted, right? I'm trying to make it happen, but I can't do it by myself. You gotta come on.
They had the dream and shit, but they didn't really quite have the vision, sis. A lot of people have a vision, you know.
And that's what turned me off. And then I'd be like, oh, all right, now I gotta go date somebody else because this just turned me the fuck off. I was with you because I thought you had ambition. I thought we was about to make some shit.
I thought we make some power moves, boy, but shit.
You playing.
Yeah.
You just like the pillow talk. Okay.
Pillow talk,
yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Or that jail talk.
Yeah, like I'm not a fan of that shit. Like, you know, if you want to manifest some stuff, call on me. But if that's not what you want to do, then I'm not the one. I can't. And then I'm easily turned off because I have so much Virgo energy. I pay attention to everything. And like I notice everything. Like if I tell you something and you don't remember or you ignore me or you know, I see you do the opposite, I'm gonna notice that. I'm not confrontational. I don't like to be confrontational because that's when I get evil, and I'm not really good at communicating in that way. Like I'm childish. Like I can't do it. So I just like I take that off the board. Like I ain't even gonna do that. I'm just gonna notice, observe, and tell myself, you know what, it's either time to go or whatever. But like it's like I don't have a nice way of saying things. Like, bro, when the fuck you gonna finish this project? Like, when you gonna do this? When you gonna do that? Like, you getting on my nerves. Like, like how do you communicate those things in a way that's nice? Because these men are way softer than they give themselves credit to be. They're very sensitive.
Oh yeah, you got
our candor does not work.
Yeah, you gotta sometimes. I don't know. You gotta. They want to be pacified.
That's what it is.
Yeah, put a titty in the mouth.
Yeah, see, but like I don't even.
That'll motivate them. That'll motivate them. Yeah, you take one of your and pop it in their mouth and tell them what you need them to do, whatever, in order to get their shit moving. They'll start rolling in.
I don't even like it when, as soon as I find myself unattracted to you, I don't even want you to touch me. I start making up, I start cracking jokes in my head the next time you try. Yo, oh my God. I ain't even gonna go there because I don't know if the person gonna be what the person be secretly watching my shit. So I ain't gonna go there, but bro, I used to be cracking jokes in my head like during sex and stuff, and I'm like, bro, like, all right, we just gotta break up because it's not gonna work no more. I'll turn off.
I don't want to fake this shit. I don't want to fake it. So you know what? And I don't want to keep being ugly in my head to you because that's just
like look at you laying with
you don't know the jokes. Oh my God. Yeah, I probably know who you're talking about too. You probably deserve that shit though. Yeah.
They all deserved it after a while. But yeah, I can't do it. I wouldn't even say that's controlling. Like I dated somebody who took it as controlling, but that's because he ain't have no direction. Like he was a gaslighter. He liked to talk. He's a very big talker. And then now I realize why he's such an opportunist. In my mind, I would call him a leech. Like, bro, you're a leech, hard as fuck, because you just go wherever people feed your energy or feed your spirit. And once they stop feeding your energy or your spirit, you kind of do away with them. You don't give back. You get mad when they ask for reciprocation. You feel like they using you. Like, nigga, reciprocation is the bare fucking minimum.
Right, and you the user. You're right.
Yeah. You do, but now I see it's because he has
around to stay around long enough.
Right. But now I see it's because he has so much Sagittarius energy in his chart. Like they're opportunists. They go where the opportunities go. And then once the opportunity is gone, they kind of move on. They like that's a very self-centered fire energy on top of having Leo self-centered fire energy. And I know I'm self-centered as fuck. That's why I be trying to tell people like, y'all think I be thinking about y'all? I ain't thinking about y'all. I'm thinking about me, guys. But like, you know, I don't know. Yeah. After a while, it was just like, yeah, I'm good off this. He's still out here using people, and that's sad. It is what it is, though.
Is they cat still out there begging too?
With begging ass. With the begging ass. That's what I keep attracting to, a whole bunch of Sagittarius energy. My Lilith is in Sagittarius, whereas like I'm turned on by Sagittarius energy, but I'm also irritated by it. But that's because I have it in me too, and I do. Like I like to be about myself, and I also do I love traveling. I love being on the move.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how I feel about monogamy.
Both sides of my family have a lot of Sagittarius. And oh my God, you talking about 80% of the family Sag. And like, having two parents, grown up, two parents that are Sagittarius. My sister's a Sagittarius. One of my sisters is Sagittarius. And most of my cousins and aunt and uncle, like that's a lot of Sag energy to be influenced by. Yeah.
They're very much about themselves, and I ain't mad about it. It's just sometimes it be like, bro, can we talk about other stuff besides yourself, please? Thank you.
I might have taken along and adopted some of their ways. I might have been a Tarzarian to Sagittarius, being raised in the house with them, because they're very direct people on what they want. They are into their money, okay? They balancing their checkbooks and shit. They checking their list. They like money. They like to have
about their coins.
They about their coins for real. My dad is like that. If I get something from my dad, I'm damn sure gonna have to pay him back.
Where's me money? They're so close to Capricorn energy.
Where's me money?
That's because they're so close to Capricorn. Capricorn about them coins, bro. They'll steal your money. Don't let no Capricorn in your house unattended. Motherfucker steal.
Oh yeah, I got one. That's the one who I think is a Sagittarius because she's so close to a Sagittarius. I think they need to put that. Oh, go ahead and stay in Sagittarius to December 22nd because that's when she was born, and she's clearly a little thieving little thing, but she has so much Sagittarius energy in her.
That's when you get into the muddiness of the tropical and the sidereal chart between Scorpio, Sag, Cap, and Aquarius because of the constellations are mixed in between those lines of the zodiac, the tropical zodiac. So it's like, yeah, those energies are pretty much blurred, but that's all 1/4 of the June. That's the solstice right there.
Yeah, she be stealing money, she be stealing coins and stuff. She does. She be like, Mama, I got all this money right here. I'm like, yeah, you stole it. You're like, no, I didn't. It's live. I'm like, girl, you stole it from my purse. You stole out the piggy bank. You steal it. She don't care who money she steals. She's stealing everybody's money in house. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna steal nobody else's money.
Right.
At least not yet, I don't think. But
my Taurus saying if it's a coin and it's on the floor, it's his. He don't care who house he in. I'm like, bro, you can't just be picking up change on somebody else's house. He's like, it's on the floor though.
Yeah, it's in the couch. Ain't nobody looking for that.
Right. Y'all didn't want this. I ain't going nobody bag for it.
Yeah. That's still if you go on somebody's bag. But if it's laying on the counter or on the floor in the couch, it's free game.
Him, it's free game. And he would definitely steal your kids' toys. He'd be like, oh no, they let me have this. No, they didn't. Don't do that. Give that child back their toy. Thank you. You don't even really want that. I do got a little pirate.
Yeah, I like pirates though. I admire pirates. I like Mr. Crab. Mr. Crab is one of my favorite characters.
He be about his coins.
Hell yeah. He a businessman, you know what I'm saying? He got he got secret crap. He got that Scorpio energy, mysterious too, secrets. Ain't nobody getting secret to the Krabby Patty.
Right, because you look at his daughter and be like, where the fuck is the mom at? What's happening?
How the hell she hang out? He need all that money he can to support his daughter because she is a huge whale. Yeah.
She is a Cancer. She gotta be a Cancer.
She does cry a lot, don't she? And is a spoiled brat. You can never satisfy Cancer.
Nope.
Never can satisfy them. I can't say that.
They little liars too.
Oh yeah, they lie. They're good at their lie. They're good at lying. They're good at.
They're not good at lying to me. That's because I'm a Virgo though. You can't lie to me. Like,
I mean,
I'll let you think you're getting away with it, but you're not.
I can find out a lie, but I'm saying, on an average level, yeah, you're good at lying. The Pisces definitely not good at lying. Hell no. And neither are
they start talking too much.
They just can't do it.
They'll start talking entirely too much. They'll start talking in circles. They'll start saying things that like ain't had nothing to do with the lie. I'm like, bro, why are we talking about this right now? Where are we going?
The Pisces gonna come for us. They're gonna come up with their own podcast, Pisces Water Talk. Don't come for us. Virgo Virgin Talk.
We heard y'all talking.
Yeah, we swear y'all virgins, but y'all must nothing but some damn whores.
That's what they say about Mary. Fuck y'all. Mary had a virgin birth.
Yeah, we have virgin. Yeah, all of our children happen with no sex at all.
They just happen.
Yeah, they just popped out the sky. Yeah, we manifested them like that. We were pregnant. 9 months it takes to manifest that baby. Okay, can I get an amen? Amen, Ra.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Oh my God. Yes. So I don't know. What else we got? What else we got to talk about today? Did we learn everything about Venus today?
We got to Venus about the heart chakra. We know that we be playing keys on June. As far as Libra energy goes with Venus, Libra energy is about fairness and balancing and loving, but they can be too giving or a people pleaser, or just unbalancing the scales. An unbalanced Libra will either take too much or give too much, and they can be little liars with their people pleasing things. And then the Taurian energy is more reliable and stubborn because now we're dealing with earth instead of air. Libra is air energy.
Tauruses are definitely stubborn. Boy, you tell them something, they be like, okay, and then like you just directly what the hell they wanted to do in the first place. They just wanted to see whether you was gonna be with them on it or against them on it. 9 times out of 10, when a Taurus mind, you gonna be against on what the fuck they damn thinking about. They ask for damn advice because they know that the shit that they be damn trying to go through with is not a great idea.
Right.
They know this shit already.
But they know, that's why they ask.
Yeah, and you know what? That's like they like to inflict that fucking pain on themselves.
You gotta
their Venus is their ruling planet. It makes sense.
Taurians like to feel like they in control. So what I like to do, what I learned to do with the Taurians around me is I like to make them feel like the things that they think is their idea is it's not really their idea. Like with my son, I would just lay out the options that I wanted them to have, but I still made him feel like he had a choice because I laid out these options. So I don't really care which one you choose. I like all of them.
I know they all gonna work in my favor because I damn selecting them for you. Okay,
right.
That's controlling, sis.
I know.
Controlling. I do that shit too. That's controlling.
I gotta play with his head a little bit. But he's getting older now, so he getting hip to the shit. So he'll be like, Mom, I already told you what I want to do. You're not listening. Whoa, okay.
You do. It's always that youngest one, though. It's always the youngest one that make you want them.
They'll never give a fuck.
Yeah.
So when we get into the heart chakra all together, you got different parts of the heart because, your heart chakra is actually the middle ground between your lower chakras. Hi, baby. Between your lower chakras and your upper chakras.
Everyone say hello to Cleo. She entered the building.
Hi, Cleo. Pretty girl.
She always trying to take the show.
Bark at your dog.
My dog is also a Taurus. My dog is a Taurus sun and a Taurus moon.
Really?
His Venus and his Mercury are in Gemini, which is crazy. He is clingy as shit.
She's clingy as hell, but I think she suffers from, a little separation anxiety or whatever.
Yeah, him too. I had him since he was like 4 weeks, but it's just like crazy. It's like that Gemini energy right on top of it. It's like your life was literally built around this clingy shit.
She was born July the 6th, so she is definitely what you would call. Is she a Cancer?
She be crying all the time.
Yeah, she don't get what she damn wants. She cries, clingy. Yeah.
She don't cry that much no more.
Yeah, because she's getting older.
She's going to turn 3.
Oh yeah,
she's about to be Krabby Patty.
I know she wants every damn thing. She ain't never satisfied. She want everybody food all the time.
She only has 2 toys.
Cleo, you want some? Look at her. She's trying to get it. Ain't even nothing here.
But your heart chakra is actually divided into 3 parts. You got your lower heart, your center heart, and your upper heart. And they go by 3 different frequencies. You got your lower heart, which is your C note, and that's at a 552 frequency. So if you want to play around with your lower heart, which is more so connected to your lower chakras, your root, sacral, and solar plexus, go on and play that 552 hertz. And then if you want to deal with your mid-heart area, which is where your lower self and your higher self meet in the middle, you're going to play the D note, and that's at 594 hertz. So you can listen to that. And then if you want to deal with your upper heart, which is the meeting ground for your higher self, your throat, brow, and crown chakra, you want to play the D note. What's it? D. What's that hashtag mean? I forget.
That's sharp.
Okay, the D sharp note. And that's at 624.
Flat. I'm gonna say sharp for 200, Alex.
Got you. And that makes the U sound. So you be like you, and that puts you at your heart chakra frequencies. My goal is to be able to make the same sounds on point with the frequencies with the planets. I would like to activate my chakras more with sound. My own sounds. Like I'll listen to outside sounds, but I would like to get better at making my own sounds with that.
How do you make your own sounds, sis?
Just like your own like mantra sounds, like how I just said is you, but learning how to say it at the tone that you need to say it to where it's unlocking your chakras, and you actually can feel it in your ears when you're at the right frequency.
You know, sometimes when I'm in my car by myself and I'm driving with the kids, and I'll just bust out in a then she'll join in. We'll just try to hold the note as long as we can. I don't know why I just do that shit, but I find it very relaxing, very fun, and you know, just it's a healing, you know, in a way. It's like it's like a meditation without your eyes closed, you know, and in your own space by yourself.
Actually, does feel good.
Yeah, it does. It reminds me of my childhood because I used to do it as a kid. Just be making noise and shit and just just be doing stuff. Childhood. I love to revisit my childhood.
I do too. Cause that's because we still Leo rising. We still got that childish energy. Like I'm not changing. This is who I am.
I wish I had a time machine. Yeah, but you know, your childhood is well, revisiting happy moments is very healing.
When we get back into the Metu Netter, the spiritual functions of this energy, the arousal of the life force, which is Chi, Ra, or your Kundalini, through joy and pleasure, especially when ecstatic, provides the motive force for the accomplishment of our minor goals and the vitalization of the will. Unfortunately, most people are ignorant of this fact and suppress their joyfulness waiting for success, or they overindulge in their passions and never know why they have so much difficulty carrying out their will or concentrating. Review the material given for the 3rd stage of meditation and initiation regarding the combination of creative imagery and life force arousal. And that's a lot to do with closing your eyes and manifesting and, imagining yourself indulging and having what it is that you want to have. I just said that. A great deal of problem also arises from the ignorance of the function of the imagination. People allow themselves to indulge in the visualization of emotionally charged imagery, whether it be positive or negative emotions and sensations, without realizing they are giving power of realization to the unwanted or untenable situations. So it's like reminding people to be careful of the things that you're thinking about it's easy to think about like the things you don't want to happen, and this is why like I have a beef with a lot of these healers out here and these educators, because they utilize fear mongering as a marketing tactic, and that is very irresponsible, because you're invoking this imagery into the people that are watching you and following you, and you're making them thus amplify those thoughts, amplify, you know, things that we don't want to happen, that we don't want to be a part of. Nobody wants to be left behind. Nobody wants to invest in something, but then it already crashed. Nobody wants to, you know, they got all this fear mongering with war and needing a bunker and going off. Like, you don't have to put fear mongering in people's minds. We are infinite beings. There was never a time we were not, you know? So, you know, it's supposed to be like, you know, speaking life into people. That's why I do my thing as an energy awareness coach, especially to help other healers that do utilize fear mongering tactics. I want those healers to be aware of what they're doing, or those teachers and leaders that utilize punching on their listeners, like, oh, you're dumb if you don't invest in this, or oh, you're going to get left behind, or oh, you're just lower vibrational. Don't do that to people, because you're allowing them to amplify that, oh, I'm low vibrational, or whatever, because I can't afford this, or because I don't want to.
When really you're low vibrational, and putting that in people like that.
Yeah, you have to be aware of the energy you're doing. Maybe your intentions are not to do that, but that's what you're doing. So, you know, you just want to be mindful of that. Especially during this time, indulging into joy and pleasure and stuff like that is to actually wake up your chi or your kundalini. It's not because your kundalini is already awakened, and that's for my impatient people in the back, more so my air and fire energies. You guys, you know, be mindful that you're actually waking up your kundalini right now. It's not already woken up and ready for war. Like, no, we're still in the process of tapping it on the shoulder, like, hey, you know, summer is coming. So there's chill out.
Out there.
Right, like, relax, chill out, you know. Your manifestations are not going to come in the same day. Right now it's time to just sit back, ground yourself. We just got through all these meteor showers, and the soil is at perfect cosmic level to go outside, be barefoot, ground yourself, and just relax. But yes, just be, you know, be very much mindful of what you're indulging yourself in. And for those of you guys who are Virgos like me, I'm also a horse, so like work is my thing. I always think of this meme that T.I., it's a picture of T.I. in this meme, and it says, most of you guys like celebrating before the work is done. What are y'all celebrating for? You're supposed to celebrate yourself every fucking day. If you, I can't get with the spiritualists that keep telling you to be quiet about celebrating yourself. Don't celebrate yourself. Be quiet. Stop talking about your achievements. Why do you want an audience? Why can't you have an audience? Why can't you have people watching you go through what you're going through? Why can't you?
Because people are always watching you anyway.
So you might as well celebrate yourself in the presence. You know, it's nothing wrong with having victories. Every morning you wake up, you're supposed to tell yourself 5 things that you're thankful for, that you did for yourself. Every day before you go to bed, celebrate yourself. Listen, we did this and this today. It was successful. Yeah. You did a good job. I'm happy for you. We're gonna eat this snack before we lay down. Like, celebrate yourself every day. When you do that, when you say, oh, I can't celebrate myself until next year, when this is that done, like, you're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna lose interest. You're gonna fumble the ball, and it's gonna be comfortable. And after a while, you're just gonna let the ball roll down the street. You ain't gonna try to catch it no more, because you're not celebrating yourself. You're not congratulating yourself for the small victories. That finish line is always going to seem miles and miles away. Celebrate yourself.
Like, other people to celebrate you, honey.
Yeah, do not want other people to celebrate you.
Yeah, me being the type of goddess that I am, I want people to praise me and celebrate me all the time, but it doesn't happen.
No, so you gotta do it for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So
don't suppress your joy.
Sometimes I don't celebrate myself enough. You know, so let's everyone give ourselves a round of applause and a big old hug.
Celebrate
Okay. And
yourself,
tell yourself,
y'all.
bitch, you doing a good job. Bitch, you doing a good job.
Sis, you doing a good job.
Sis, you doing a good job.
Hey, we gotta celebrate ourselves. We gotta tell each other thank you. I watched this beautiful video. Shouts to Mother Jade. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Danielle.
Happy Mother's Day, sis.
Thank you. She had this beautiful video. She was like, have you ever just called a friend and told them thank you? Just tell them thank you ahead of time for something that you already know they're going to do for you in the future. That's how you need to be talking to yourself. That's how you need to be talking to spirit, instead of always asking for stuff or waiting until you receive to say thank you.
Because it's coming.
Yeah, like you already know it's coming. So, start thinking. Start being gracious ahead of time. Start behaving like you already got what you need. And just be mindful of overindulging in these pleasure-seeking senses during the season as well, because you're going to overexhaust yourself doing that as well. Just know that Gemini energy is next, and that shit is air. Like, so go ahead and be slow during this Earth season, because next season is going to get lit. Be slow, sis. It's all right. We good already.
Yeah.
The last thing that I have out this book for this season is when we're in the Het Heru energy, we're being reminded that the purpose of indulging in pleasure or negative sensations is for the arousal of our Kundalini, our Chi, or our Ra, and that when they are combined with our visualizations, which is our daydreams and meditations, or the occurrences in our life, whether they be the past, present, or future, they are given the power to manifest. So putting yourself in that pleasurable state while visualizing will assist you in that manifestation that we were talking about. In the same vein, you're being warned against wasting your life force or your chi through overindulgence. And in order to avoid weakening your constitution and the ability to achieve your will, just don't overindulge in that. So for all my people that think that, I have a friend that I was talking to last night, he always work. And I'm like, bro, you got to know when to chill. You over here behaving like it's harvest season when it's springtime. And springtime is when we sit back a little bit and let the universe do its thing. We done already put in the physical work. We put the physical work in the fall time. In the wintertime, we rest. In the springtime, we do a little bit more physical work. We plant in the seeds. We get in the soil together. But then you got to step back and let the universe do what it do. So you can see, our flowers in the summer. You can't act like it's harvest season all year round. That's what the economy has taught us to do. Right. But that ain't it. That's not going to get us going. That's going to get you burnt out and tired.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I can tire myself out of my mind because I'm thinking I'm always supposed to work, like a little, like I'm on a little hamster wheel or some shit.
That'll do it.
Because I always feel like I have to have money, and I hate, and I don't really like to be under the money spell. But I feel like I need a certain amount for the things that I want, and to a certain lifestyle that I want to maintain or upkeep or live, But I only want higher amounts of money and shit like that to expand, and so I can help other people. You know what I'm saying? Just not for my own selfish pleasures and luxuries or whatever.
Right.
That's all I want. Yeah.
That's valid. When we learn how to move with the season, and that's more so why it takes 9 months for the manifestation to occur. You figure you do all your manifesting under the harvest moon. 9 months later, we're dealing with the flowers of the summertime.
Yeah, sometimes I slow down and just enjoy the flowers.
Yeah, so it's time to get in alignment with the seasons. It's time to get in alignment with the tropical energy, the sidereal, the nakshatras, all of that. Learn it so that you can stop being in slave mode all year round, because that ain't real life.
Right.
It's crazy because even like the 1%, they even go by the zodiac energy.
Yeah.
Especially these people, especially Monsanto, because they control the food. They know when to grow the food and when to do this. They know under what moon to do what. They know what to plant under which meteor shower and all that. They know all that shit, and that's our shit.
Yeah.
So,
but you know, of course, they studied our shit to get their shit to be so successful.
right. And now they gotta sit in here, you know, overworking ourselves, wondering why our Kundalini won't wake up. That shit tired.
Yeah.
That shit tired. You've been working that John from 17 to 65 and think you about to retire and live amongst the seasons? No, bitch, you tired.
Yeah.
You tired.
Yeah. Well, out.
Can't keep doing that.
Yeah.
Especially as business owners, you know, we got to let go of that worker bee mentality as business owners and start moving with the seasons.
Yeah, because I be seeing, I mean, my hand claps to these ladies who always taking these vacations stuff. They're business owners and shit too. But I'm like, hey, I'm trying to go out there. I want to be in the water. I want to sip wine. I want to go eat different foods. I want to travel to different countries.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all ain't at work all the time.
Oh, we gonna do it. It's coming. We just gotta get our right foot in and get this shit going.
I just want to travel so much. Oh my God, I want to travel so much because I like to explore different places. I like to explore different cultures, different people. You know, I'm just a people person. You know what I'm saying? I just like to, I like to be around different energies and shit. You know, other than what I'm used to being around, like here in the city where I'm at, and I just want to go different places. I just want to have different experiences. You know, and I just want to do that.
We're gonna do it. We want to manifest it.
Thank you.
It's coming.
I'm saying thank you in advance, because that's what it is, though. Sis, I was going to say that we live in the present a lot. We live in the present a lot, and we think about our conditions and certain circumstances of the right now, because we don't always see our future. We don't always know what's ahead of us. So we worry so much about what's going on right now, when really we need to stop and just be thankful for what's happening, because it doesn't come when you want it, but it always come on time.
Mm-hmm. Always on time.
Even if it takes 9 months. But I want it to happen right now. But 9 months, I'm cool.
Right. Like, thank you for them 9 months. Giving birth and coming through the canal.
Yeah, thank you for the 9 months and how much further we're going to be along in 9 months.
Exactly. So we'll be able to appreciate it more, because we done got ourselves together. We done nested and rested and everything else. So that's helpful.
Yeah. My problem is I worry about the worst case scenarios at that. So I feel that I have to put in extra work extra hard in order to prevent that from happening. Yeah, that's what that is. Exactly what that is. I identify that with myself.
We can prepare ourselves, but we don't want to dwell on those things, because that's how we give. Energy doesn't know good or bad. Energy just goes where it's called.
Right.
So we just want to be mindful of where we're calling the energy to go to. That's all.
Yeah. Gotta have a balance with the energy too. You gotta learn to disperse it into different areas other than that. Yes. Absolutely.
So it's about 1:11. We're going to take our deep breath. I'm going to play a video and then we're going to head out. You got any last words?
That was my last word, sis. That was my Jerry talk right there.
Oh, okay.
I wrapped that up for you. I didn't even know we was about to wrap up. But yeah, that was my Jerry talk right there.
That was a good one. Yes, definitely learn to be mindful of the energy that you seek. Be mindful with this pleasure-seeking energy. Be mindful of not overindulging, because that will not work in your favor. But also be mindful of suppressing your joy and pleasure-seeking. For all my sticks in the mud in the back, congratulate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Be gracious. It's important. And we're going to take a deep breath for the 1:11 and then tap into this video.
Peace, peace.
Peace, peace, y'all.
Peace and grace. Thank you for shining and rising. Chakra DJ here to tell you of a summer fun gathering known as High Soul Gathering. It begins the final Friday of May and continues each month until August. It's held in the beautiful green sceneries of Tabernacle, New Jersey. It's a 3-day camping experience which includes workshops, fun activities, vendors, and of course, the high vibrational blends of Chakra DJ. You can either stay the full weekend or spend the day with us. We promote self-care and common unity. It's a unique experience for you and the family. Tickets and information are available on Eventbrite under High Soul Summer 2022. Look us up.